the economy at the moment and the marketplace in general. I've noticed that the IMF are reducing the growth forecasts for the world economy over the next year or so. How do you think that will affect businesses, or does it affect businesses that you serve at present?
Well, to be honest, it's a very, very scary world out there for a lot of people. The government, I don't think, have done a great deal to help businesses during this current economic climate. There are talk of measures being put in place to help, but people really need a source of funding in order to expand their businesses. These sources of funding are not currently available, and until the country actually allows banks to start lending again, this recession will not end.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And you touched on something there which is maybe key, that the government are trying to do things. Yes. And I mentioned again recently that they're going to create this new business bank. Albeit it's over a period of 18 months or so, they're looking at it before it's going to come into existence. Now, will that help businesses, or is it still going to be the same thing but under a different name, and people won't be able to get finance or funding for their business?
Well, so far, Kevin, the government have announced a number of different initiatives. This being yet another one, and yet again, there's talk that nothing's going to happen for about 18 months yet. It will be interesting to see if this is yet again the government trying to buy some credibility and some time in order to say, yes, folks, we are actually doing something to help. 18 months is a long way away. Will the companies who are just struggling at the moment to get by, will they survive another 18 months? That is yet to be seen.
Yeah,
and in what way this will actually help is yet to be seen. We haven't seen any details whatsoever from the government yet.
But in the meantime, technology leasing is very much open for business.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, I think we've spoken about in the past, one of the differences between your company and many others out there is you look at companies and their history in a very detailed way. It's not simply a credit check and the computer says no. Can you tell us how that actually works in reality for companies, and maybe some examples of something that's a wee bit different you've been able to fund that others wouldn't be able to fund?
Yes, indeed. There's a number of unusual deals that we have funded recently, but many of our traditional lenders that are looking at companies' accounts and so on, and bank statements and bank opinions, we're different in the respect that we're more interested in what's actually happening today with the business and current credit scores, and maybe looking at the client's actual bank statements and so on, give us a much more up-to-date picture of the client.
Okay.
Also, in some cases, we find a lot of the clients are clients that we've already known in the past, who've already had a credit history with us. Obviously, that gives us some indication. One really unusual deal that we did do was for a young gentleman who was actually the son of one of our past clients. And he was setting up a business as a tattoo artist.
Right.
I'm not really into tattoos myself, but I know they are very fashionable at the moment, so we saw that as very much a growth industry.
Okay.
The tattoo machine was something he needed. He couldn't conduct his business without it. We were able to offer him finance when he was turned down by all traditional lending sources. His deal has now been running for 2 years, and he has a thriving business. And we're very, very proud to have helped set him on his way to starting his own business.
Excellent, that's a wonderful example. And you've been in business now over 20 years, although as you say sometimes it doesn't seem like
the grey hairs are coming in.
I know the feeling. So, for existing businesses, and is there an awful lot of new starts now, people who are either leaving employment through choice or through redundancy or unemployment? There's a lot of new startups now. What tips and advice have you got for these companies that are in existence now?
I would suggest that to many people, the world has changed insofar as when I was starting out, everything was all about having a good job and having security and so on. There is no security anymore, and really the only security that you can create is within your own skills, and starting your own business is a fantastic way to maybe make something and follow your dreams and do something that you love. It's risky, yes, but to be honest, as I said earlier, there's no security in the world at the moment anyway, so why not give it a go? I would thoroughly encourage anybody who has an idea to go out and follow their dreams and do their best to make it happen.
Excellent. That's a great closing remark. Thank you, Brian, for your time, your views and your experience today. Technology Leasing are providers of business finance since 1989, and they can provide finance for pretty much any assets that you require for your business. We'll look forward to speaking to Brian in the upcoming interview. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you very much, Kevin. It's a pleasure.